it's Haze. It's once again time for the Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the very best Miraculous memes from across the internet and I react to them. However, very special thank you to Hedge. I am filming this before I go to Canada, so actually I only filmed the last meme review like last week. So to me, you're going to be seeing them hopefully further apart, but to me, they're pretty close together in terms of filming time. You may have noticed my hair. I went to the hairdresser just today to get it cut, but they're like, oh sorry, we can only cut it when we've straightened it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I'll wash it later and I'll go back to its wavy poofy self. I don't think I look good with straight hair. Nothing's to do with Miraculous, so just let me rant for a minute. Because I have such a round head and honestly quite a big head. You don't often see me with someone else, but if you saw me with other people you would see how big my head is. But I feel the way my hair naturally is helps it to not look so huge because my hair is like big. You know what I mean? So I don't think I look good with it straight, but I like the length and the front pieces that they did. It's cute. It'll look cuter when it's back to its original self. Anyway, next meme. First meme rather. The villain's aim when Hawkmoth gives them an ability that would instantly beat the heroes. Stormtrooper aim, if you haven't seen Star Wars basically. The Stormtroopers have the worst aim ever. They have guns, but they do not know how to use them. They never hit like the main character, or actually really anyone. It's been a while since I've seen Star Wars. Honestly, the most recent trilogy was just a bit... I watched the first one and I was like, okay, not my favourite, but I'm here for it. I watched the second one, and even though I loved Laura Dern, who was in the second one, I didn't like it. To the point I've just never seen the third one. I love Star Wars, I love the original trilogy, and I love the prequel trilogy. But I was just like, you know what? We've already ruined it enough. I just won't watch the third one. I still haven't seen it. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I should give the other two a rewatch. Perhaps I'll have a different opinion on them. I've only seen both of them once. Although that being said, out of the newer films, I really enjoyed Rogue One. That was excellent. But otherwise I'm like, I love the Mandalorian series. And I loved the Obi-Wan series. Not the biggest fan of the Book of Boba Fett. And I want to give Andor another try. I just didn't feel I was in the right headspace for it. Because it's very political and I love politics. And everyone tells me to shut up when I mention politics. So I won't go into my political opinions. But I do find politics very, very interesting. So, anyway. Mild rant about Star Wars over. Yes, agrees some of the time. Sometimes they're pretty powerful, like Statue Daddy, Mr. Agrest, when they managed to get Cantwell's ring. Excellent, loved it. But to be fair, I did quite like, I felt like that was done for a reason, so Adrien could come in and kind of shout at his dad. Obviously not his actual dad, but you know, he could get some sort of cathartic release. So I liked it for that. So partially agree, but they've just got too much plot armor, haven't they? Next meme. Hey Adrien, I heard you lost your mum, so I'm giving you one of mine. I don't use it anymore anyway. Thank you, Sirius. It's just the best birthday ever. It reminds me, right, one of my favourite things. I absolutely despise AI, however this is one of the funniest things ever. I'll link it down below. Where basically someone gets an AI to read like all the Batman scripts possible and asks them to generate a screenplay. Again, I am very against AI, but I do think this is hilarious. So the Batman and Joker are fighting and the Joker gives Batman a coupon. It's for new parents, but the coupon has expired. It will never not be funny to me. I absolutely love them. I'll link it down below. It's absolutely hilarious. This is the same vibes. Lila's like, I just got too many parents. You can have one of my mums. Wonderful. I'm honestly still not sure who Lila's real mum is. Is it Tomoe? I've absolutely no idea. I don't believe a single word that comes out of Lila's mouth. Absolutely no idea. I like the idea of it. I just don't know if it's true because the show is insane. Next meme. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary. Master Fee, what happened to Adrien's Mandarin teacher in Siren? Look. I don't know. I love the idea of, you know, because in that episode he is quite rightly getting sick of this, like Ladybug is honestly being treated differently from him, and in some veins I don't mind her being treated differently because obviously only one of them can be the Guardian and he has picked Ladybug for it. She also has an extra power than him, with Miraculous Ladybug, which I do disagree. That's one thing I love about the film. He has his Cataclysm and she has a Miraculous Ladybug. She does not have a Lucky Charm. I do not like it. I prefer it more now he has his Miraculous Cat Noir. But for the longest time, they were unequal in terms of powers. He had one, she had two. And I was like, what's that about? Now they both have two, I'm much better about it. But you know, for the first 5 seasons, he didn't. Well, not even 5 seasons, 5 seasons and a half, you know, he didn't have to. So 100%, I understand why Master Fu was treating Marinette that way, but also at the same time, rather unfair of you, Master Fu. So I loved the introduction of him. And then they just never had any interaction like ever again, I'm pretty sure, until like maybe Miracle Queen. Fun times. Although I know I would love a scene actually of if Master Fu and Marianne came back to Paris just for a visit, you know, and they happen to run into Adrien. Adrien obviously knows who Master Fu is, and so he just like, obviously Master Fu doesn't remember him, but he just, you know, kind of starts talking, you know, to see how he is and things like that. And then Marinette sees him and she's just like, that's a bit weird. This is strange. What is this interaction about? That would be so fun. As for Suhan though, I don't mind if we never see him again. I didn't like him very much, but I'm just like, I understand the temple's been rebuilt. He's probably got things to do. Where that man is though, I don't know. I don't know. Surely he'd be more annoyed that they didn't get the butterfly, but oh god, I don't know. I just want Luca to come in and replace everyone. Come back to Paris as the Guardian once you're over Marinette. Luca, you just didn't need to move to a different country or continent. Just move a couple of cities away. Go Amiens, it's not that far. Alright, Amiens, nice place. Alright, they got a nice town hall. I love the town hall at Amiens. Nice train station. Next meme. What it could have been. So we have Marinette as Spider-Man kicking, oh gosh, Goblin? I think it's Goblin. Yeah, I was like, my Marvel knowledge isn't as good as my DC knowledge. I prefer DC. I know, everyone prefers Marvel. So Marinette as Spider-Man kicking Gaby Baby as the Goblin off a building, down a building. What it actually was, a team up between Gabriel and Tomoe. I'm not sure what characters they're supposed to be. I can't quite tell from the way it's been edited. Is it trying to say like that Marinette should have teamed up with him, but it looks like Spider-Man's defeating Goblin? I mean, don't be wrong, I would find the concept interesting because I liked at the end of Recreation Marinette's like, we can work this out, we can work out a way to save you, things like that. Although honestly, I don't really think there was a solution, sadly. But I do quite like the team up between Tomoe and Gaby Baby, to be honest. I like the idea of him having helpers. I'm really intrigued. Time of filming, we haven't got the finale. Again, I'm filming this before I go to Canada, so perhaps we will have more information. But today is the 2nd of July for me. We do not currently have the finale or even the trailer for Nemesis, which honestly, why did they release the trailer for Secret Protocol if it wasn't coming out? What was that about? I don't know, but I'm really intrigued to see how Lila's working. Is it really just her running around Paris in different disguises, or does she have people working for her? Honestly, I quite like the team up between Tomoe and Gaby Baby, and now Tomoe and Lila. It's fun. Next meme, we did it! Monarch is defeated! Found it! So we have Marinette, traumatized from war. Adrien, sad and depressed, but cozy in bed. I really like it. I am not a big fan when, you know, whoever it is defeated and it's a happily ever after. I like, season 5 wasn't my favourite, but I do like that the ending is rather bittersweet. It's like, okay, we didn't win because first of all, Hawkmoth died, who I found out was my boyfriend's dad. And whilst he was abusive, now Adrien is on his own. And also I didn't get the Butterfly Miraculous back, things like that. So it's kind of bittersweet. So it's kind of like, well, we technically won, but at what cost? I like it when it examines that, and often stuff for children doesn't always examine that. A lot of things for children is very cut and dry. We won! Happy ending! So I liked that it is more bittersweet, a little bit more complex than just black and white, good versus bad, good versus evil, whatever you want to describe it. I like that it is like this. I like that Marinette's traumatized, that's what I'm trying to say. I like it. I do like that bittersweet, maybe not completely tragic, but tragic-ish ending. Maybe that's mean of me. But I'm a slightly mean person. Next meme. Marinette's childhood dream Adrien's childhood dream. Oh, I mentioned this recently. Was it in the last meme review? I don't know, it might have been in another video entirely, where it's like Marinette had like a silly but, you know, understandable sweet childhood dream. Adrien's was just like, whatever my parents wanted me to be. I feel bad for him, but I would love for him to have an ambition. He doesn't really seem to have one in the show. Do you know what I mean? He wants to be there for Marinette and I think they're great together. But in terms of like what he wants to do in the future, honestly, I think he'd be just happy being Cat Noir for the rest of his life. However, he doesn't get paid, but I'm like, well, he's rich, so he doesn't need to get paid. Honestly though, I think Adrien would be excellent as a stay-at-home dad. I think I've mentioned this before, but I read this really cute fan fiction where Marinette, Ali and Nino and Adrien are meant to be having a sleepover together, but and Adrien and Marinette aren't together. Alia and Nino cancel so they can spend some time together, and they play this game called MASH. I think it's American, I've never heard of it before, and one of the job roles Marinette writes down for Adrien is stay-at-home dad, and I was just like, yes, excellent idea. Marinette runs this fashion empire while she goes out as Ladybug, and Adrien is a stay-at-home dad, and when Tom and Sabine or Natalie or Alia and Nino or whoever come to babysit, they go out as Ladybug and Cat Noir forever until they retire to a cottage in the countryside in the Somme area. That's what I want for them. Next meme. Gets rejected by Ladybug for 4 seasons straight, gets thrown into the trash can at one point for confessing his love. That was painful. Ladybug annoyed by his flirting every time. She's not annoyed every time. Other times she's okay with it. And then we have Cat Walker makes Ladybug fall in love with him in one episode. So charming that Ladybug can't even focus on the villain. Such powerful riz that Ladybug even forgets about Adrien. Well, I don't necessarily think, I wouldn't describe it as her forgetting about Adrien where Cat Walker was concerned, because Cat Walker was honestly just like if Adrien was a superhero. And when I say that, is if Adrien was himself as a superhero. Cat Noir for me has always been, obviously he is Adrien, I'm not going to pretend he's not, but he always has a very different personality to Adrien. He is a lot funnier, he's a lot more sociable, he's a lot more outgoing. He is basically Adrien turned up to 100, whereas Cat Walker is just Adrien. Cat Noir lets out the side of Adrien that he doesn't feel he can express at home because of the way his home life was, or slash is, whatever, whichever point you're watching the show in. Whereas Cat Walker is very true to how Adrien is at school and at home and things like that. So I don't necessarily think it's about her forgetting Adrien. It's because he's so similar to Adrien that she falls in love with him immediately, which in some veins I do think is very sad for Adrien though, because I'm never sure the person he is at school is him being true to himself. I don't think Cat Noir is true to himself either. I think Adrien's true personality lies somewhere in between, where he's a little bit funny but he's still largely sensible and very sweet and very kind, very gentlemanly, but also with that silliness mixed in, and we don't get to see them do that a lot, unfortunately. Next meme. So Akumatized Marinette in canon. So Heart Fixer, my job here is done, and Sailor Moon's like, but you didn't do anything. You just start kissing. Akumatized Marinette in fanfics. Who is that? No, it can't be. Make peace with ever God you worship, Lila. We're dead. I would love that. Maybe. When I say post-identity reveal, I mean like when the person with the butterfly Miraculous knows who she is. Marinette is just this absolutely insane OP Akuma villain that's gonna decimate everything. That would be so cool. Like, oh, I would still love Jo in Ladybug in season 3. Was it, yeah, Verity Queen for her mum and then Princess Justice for her. I would have loved to have seen what that Akuma would have looked like. First of all, in terms of outfit. Second of all, in terms of power. Oh my god, it would have been amazing. I would be, yeah, I'd love like a cat blank version for Ladybug, where it's basically she is so threatening that she could cause a lot of physical harm, like Cat Blank. That would be amazing. Yes, we gotta do this. Next meme. So we have Felix is formidable, stole 50 Miraculouses one day. Great job. Lila made a wish in one day, did she? Oh, I suppose, yeah, she did, because, yeah, London special, sorry. Ladybug and Cat Noir haven't retrieved the butterfly Miraculous after 10+ years. Plot armor. It's just the way it is. There's nothing else to say, unfortunately. Next meme. Marinette. I stalked my crush, memorised his entire schedule, and trespassed into his home once in a while. Catwalker, I created an entire fake identity and personality just so my crush would fall in love with me. Sad times. Felix, I stalked my crush, kidnapped her and killed her mother. I'm shooting at means and emotion so she would fall in love with me. Gave a baby. I am willing to sacrifice the world and my son to bring my dead wife back, even though that's not what she wanted. Everyone just gets a bit too obsessed in the show, and I think everyone needs to immediately seek therapy before we're all a bit too far gone, because it is getting a bit silly, guys. You all need to tone it down and calm down, because I cannot accept any of this anymore. So the final meme of the meme review is the meme review of viewer submission meme. There are instructions on screen from Hedge, but basically there's a link below to join my Discord server. If you want to be in a chance with having your meme win the meme review for the month, you basically have to submit it in there. But if you don't want to submit memes, it's just still a fun time. You should totally join. But basically you have to make a meme yourself to be in the running. If you just find a funny meme, we have a different channel for that, and basically everyone votes on it. So this month's winner is TMG60 aka Reverse Haze. Hello. The fandom waiting for the season 6 finale. Me hyped by the announcement of Miraculous Secret, amplified by Cerise/Lila as narrator instead of Marinette. I think you're the only one, Reverse Haze. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we don't talk as much as we used to, but Reverse Haze calls themselves that because whatever my opinion is, they just often tend to have the complete opposite opinion. Not because they're just disagreeing with me for the sake of it, it's just, that's just the way it is, and it's just like, oh. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against Miraculous Secrets coming back or anything like that. I'm fine with it, but also like, I want the finale. But I'm also okay, fingers crossed, touch wood, that it's not going to come out whilst I'm on holiday. My plan was, you know, to get the whole series done, go on holiday, and do my post-season content when I'm back. Which would have been a massive rush because I've had to rewatch the whole show, which is doable, but I'd be tired. I'm already tired. I fly tomorrow. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it's coming out when I'm away, which I'm very happy about. I just want to have a nice fun time, chill time, whilst I'm in Canada. Yeah, and find a cowboy to date. That would be my dream. Anyway, besties, that was it for this one's meme review. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!